Hey, I'm Hello Rodney. Thanks for clicking on my video. Well, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, looks like a profile of her right here. Ruth Bader Ginsburg is apparently, well, not apparently, I shouldn't say that because I don't know. How would I know? How would I know? I wouldn't. That she may be very possible in an induced coma in Nevada. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. But I know one thing. She's not sitting on the bench where she belongs. Where is she? Where is Ruth Bader Ginsburg? Whatever happened to Ruth Bader Ginsburg? Maybe it's not having one of those where's Waldo things. Have Ruth Bader Ginsburg in the crowd somewhere. She's not doing her job. Even the Democrats, even them, and I'm a Democrat, can't possibly think that somebody that's 80, 86, 87, however old she is doing her job. If she's not on the court, if she's not if she's not present in the court, whether she's going to work from home, what's going to happen? They're going to feed information to her in a coma, and she's going to make these decisions? Are you kidding me? And even if she's not in a coma, she's too ill. My mother died at 84 years old. Let me tell you something about this. This is very interesting, and it's good information to know. When I was down with my mom, who was 84 when she died, pretty sure, I think she was 84. She was, anyway. When she went into surgery for a hip replacement, that is heavy, 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 heavy for older people. It's the anesthesia. And the doctors were telling me, one of the doctors was telling me, or maybe the psychiatrist, or maybe both of them, I don't remember, whatever it was, but that I think it's something like 2/3 or something to that effect of people that are elderly come out of anesthesia with cognitive damage. She's been under anesthesia twice in the last year or so. She fell down and broke her ribs. That's anesthesia right there. And then she had cancer removed from her lungs. That's anesthesia right there. Even if she came back, even if she got well and she was doing jumping jacks, she's going to have cognitive damage from that anesthesia. Now, the Democrats are so frightened to the point of shivering that Donald Trump's going to get a new appointee, and he's going to get a new appointee. And it's good, because the Democrats are responsible for this. Harry Reid, the great Harry Reid of Nevada, maybe he's got something to do with her being sent to Nevada. Who knows? He was from Nevada. So Harry Reid decides, because he can't get anything done for his buddy Barack, that he's going to change the rules to make it 51 votes to approve judges. And I think, I don't know, anyway, to make a long story short, he's the one that started it. So he decided that's a good idea. And why not? You got Barack for 8 years, and then you're going to get Hillary for 8 years. 16 years. You get 16 years to crush the country. The only thing is, Donald Trump beat Hillary Clinton. And now he's the president. And so now their little strategy, or whosever strategy it was, started by Harry Reid, or maybe he didn't start it, whoever came up with that little bit of genius strategy, screwed the Democrats. And then you got guys like what's the guy's name from South Carolina, I think, or North Carolina. I can't think of his name now. He's a senator. And he was talking about how he voted as a Republican for Sotomayor and Kagan because he's living under the old style politician where if the person that's being nominated as a judge is qualified, then you can't vote against him. But now that the Republicans are in office, look what they've done to the nominees that Trump's put up. The Democrats deserve every single thing that they're getting right now. They turned the Supreme Court into a political weapon. And they thought they were going to have 16 years in a row to screw the country. And it didn't quite work out for them. And so now, the course was, I think, when Trump took office, the course was four liberals, four conservatives, and one that went both ways. So now, then it turned into 5-4. Now I think it's like 6-3 or whatever. Do your own research. I just decided I want to make a video about Ruth Bader Ginsburg. So Ruth Bader Ginsburg, what needs to happen, and I don't know how they're going to do it, but they need to have some way of replacing judges, because you can't be in an induced coma and be a judge. If it's going to be you're in there for life, if you're 90 years old and you can use your walker to get to the bench and you're cognitive where you can actually hear and make a decision, then okay, we'll go with that. But if you're in a freaking coma and after being through 2 major surgeries with medically proven consequences from the anesthesia, it's time for Ruth Bader Ginsburg to go. Now, I'm not saying I want to pull the plug on Ruth Bader Ginsburg. I hope she goes and comes out of it and lives happily ever after. But you can't be on the Supreme Court. And if you thought that thing was a circus last time, you wait till they get rid of Ruth Bader Ginsburg and replace her with somebody that's a conservative. They are going to freak out, which is good. I'm glad they're going to freak out. I hope they continue to freak out because they're the ones responsible for this. Instead of 60 votes, now it's 51 votes. They've got nobody to blame but themselves. I'm Hella Rodney. Thanks for watching and bye-bye. Now I want to talk about something here, about Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Now, Trump got elected. Ruth Bader Ginsburg was, what, 85 or something years old? Now, this is something that people are not going to be thinking about too much, but they're going to start thinking about it. When Ruth Bader Ginsburg was, let's say she's 83 years old. She could have retired when she was 83 years old, given Barack Obama another pick on the Supreme Court. But she didn't retire. Why didn't she retire? Well, she probably thought, well, Hillary's going to be elected and Hillary can choose my replacement. Well, that's not how it worked out. So instead of having Sotomayor, Kagan, and some other jackass as Barack Obama's choices for the Supreme Court, and having 3, no, she decides to hang on. And so right now she's the darling of the Democrats. Oh, they even had people say, oh, if only I could give her a year of my life. You fucking morons. Oh, if only I could give her a year of my life, I would. Now she's 100,000 years old, right? Because these morons would think that they could give, oh, if only I could give a year of my life. That's not the way it works. I guess I haven't figured that out yet. So Ruth Bader Ginsburg is going to go from the darling of the Democrats to the pariah because she didn't bail out when she should have bailed out. Even though, you know, everybody knew Hillary was going to win. Everybody knew that Hillary's going to win. Who do the Republicans have to run against the great and wonderful Hillary? So Ruth Bader Ginsburg is going to go from being the most loved person that everybody was, oh, if only I could give a year of my life to Ruth. Or if only I could give my lungs. She had lung cancer. If only I could give my lungs or whatever. I mean, are you kidding me? Virtue signaling, especially virtue signaling about something that could never be done. What's dumber than that? I don't know. I don't know. But I know one thing, that Ruth Bader Ginsburg is going to get replaced, and she's going to get replaced by another conservative judge that Donald Trump puts in office. And if you don't think things are bad for you, not for me, because you know, you people that are thinking this is bad are the same people that thought it was going to be good, that the Supreme Court was going to be stacked with Democrats. And now the twist of fate is putting a stake right through your heart, because nobody is going to be living long enough in my age group to see anything close to having a Supreme Court the way that the Democrats thought it was going to be. And I think Donald Trump right now is, and he's only been in office for 2 years, but I think he's appointed something like 1 out of every 6 federal judges. He already has 2 Supreme Court picks. He's going to have another one here pretty quick. And then he's going to have 4 more years, so he might. So now, this is the point I was getting at. For the judges, for the conservative judges on the court right now, don't be a Ruth Bader Ginsburg and hang on for your freaking dear life, you know. I would say the time to go ahead and go would be before this next election, because you never can tell. Some freaking thing might happen. Who knows? But definitely, for sure, when Trump gets elected for the second term, pull the plug on yourself. Get out. Because we don't know who's going to be the next president. It could be someone even worse than Barack Obama or the once presumed Hillary Clinton. I'm Ella Rodney. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye.